Welcome back, Rebuilders. In today's episode, you're going to learn about house hacking and why I chose the particular non-traditional house hack that I'm currently doing. You'll walk away from today's teaching with a broadened perspective of what is possible for your current and future real estate portfolio, as well as ideas for restructuring your current living situation so you can dump dumb debt, and rebuild your life and legacy even faster. Because after all, that's why we're here, right? If you are new here, I'm Pamela J of PamelaJandCo.com and the host of this podcast, The Rebuild Project. I'm a serial life rebuilder, a single mom, and a real estate and education investor and fanatic. I am a fanatic. I have started my life over more times than anyone should ever have to do, from my dad dying from when I was just 3 to losing 2 homes in 2008, and to my third marriage ending in 2015. Yet each time I stood back up stronger and with more resolve, which is exactly why I started this podcast, so that I can teach you to do the same after whatever loss you've experienced and help you rebuild your life and legacy into something that you had previously only dreamed possible. I want to pull out that real estate investor in you that's just lying dormant and help you to understand and know that it is so possible for your life if you haven't done that already. So this is my purpose and why I'm convinced that I had these life experiences. I now know it's my job to share how God helped me pull out of these situations so you can have that opportunity as well for your life. I mean, it is so exciting and life-changing when you can pull up those bootstraps and really partner with God and put into action everything that He will walk you through and just trust Him. So I now own 3 long-term rental properties in 3 different states, and I'm not stopping yet. Or like I said, I'm a real estate fanatic. Real estate investing for me has been life-changing in a good way. And I do want the same for you too. And I want to make sure that we understand that we're not here for naysaying, because there will be a lot of people that tell you it's impossible to invest in real estate right now. And I'm here to tell you that's a lie. So don't buy the lie from the devil, because the devil is all about lies, the father of lies, and God is here for what is possible for you. And so if real estate investing is something that you've always wanted to do and yet didn't know how to position yourself to take that first step, and something just feels really off about those late night get rich quick gurus that you find on TV and on YouTube, you have then found your home with me here. And you're in the right place at the right time. You're not here by accident. You're here by divine purpose. I truly believe that with my whole heart, that you are here by divine purpose. All right. So what is house hacking? I pulled up the standard definition of house hacking, and I'm just going to read that to you really quickly. House hacking is a real estate strategy whereby you buy a property like a duplex, triplex, or a single family home, live in one part, and rent out the rest to cover your housing costs. It's creatively using your home to generate income, often by renting rooms, a finished basement, an ADU, or anything of the sort. So that's the traditional definition of house hacking. So what did I do? What form of house hacking am I currently doing? And it's really a non-traditional house hack that I've chosen, and why you should kind of maybe think along these lines as well. So like I said, I have 3 rental properties in 3 different states. As of the end of September this year, I had 2 rental properties in 2 different states, and I had a primary residence here in Southern California. I decided recently to relocate to a lesser expensive area. I had good reason for doing so. I have a granddaughter who lives out in the area where I relocated to here in Southern California. We were doing a lot of traveling to her sports and just decided to relocate. And I actually have moved in with my oldest son. Now, neither of us took that lightly. We both had looked for separate properties out here that would make sense, and nothing did. We were able to find a much larger home. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath with 3 full separate living areas, a huge kitchen, a nice backyard, fruit trees, the whole thing. So we were able to get that for what I was able to rent my property in Orange County for. So pretty incredible. So when I say A non-traditional house hack. That's what it is. I'm renting here. I'm not buying. I've got other people, some amazing tenants that I've been able to provide a really nice property for that can now pay off the invoice of my other home in Orange County. So that's kind of exciting. And that's how I quickly acquired 3 rental properties in 3 states. So I'm hoping that this is starting to get some of your wheels turning as to what you could possibly do to make your life a little different. Can you downsize? Can you right size? Can you upside down size? No, I don't know. All those corporate lingo terms that they use when they're getting rid of people. But anyway, can you do something different in your own home? There was a time also before I bought my home in Orange County and after my divorce that I had a home that I was renting that had an extra 1 or 2 rooms. And I did some student exchange. First, I did 8th graders, and I don't recommend that because you have to do a lot of care for them. And then I moved to adults who were coming here to learn English. Mine happened to be from Brazil, and I was paid by the school for them to stay at my home, which was a really nice situation. So that was a really nice supplement to my income. I want to say I got like $600 a month or something. So there's that opportunity possibly. Now, if you have small kids in the home, it may or may not be a good situation. Mine turned out to be a really good situation. They were all girls. It was really awesome. And it was just one at a time. And that lasted for probably a period of about 3 years. So it was a way for me not to really have to do much work. They were on their own for transportation and food. And so it worked out really nicely. And you become friends. I became friends with their families and social media. We follow each other still. And it's kind of really cool to see how their life has grown. One ended up staying here in the U.S. and becoming a citizen and joined the military and now has married an American. So pretty exciting. So what can you do? I guess the question is if this is getting your wheels turning. And so that is like my next point is what form of horse hack, what form of house hack could you do right now to help you reach your goals faster, to help you to dump debt faster, dumb debt faster? And I've defined that in previous videos, so you can go back and look at that. They're really clearly marked. I also have a playlist with all the dumb debt videos that I've produced and podcasts that I've produced here on YouTube. And if it's not to necessarily dump debt because you've done that, how can you accumulate your savings faster so that you can be positioned to buy your first real estate investment or your second, whatever it is? I want to keep you on the right tracks. Sometimes we get one piece of real estate and we think that we made it, when really you want to increase your portfolio because it's a great way to use all the avenues of the tax deductions. Because guess what? People in Congress own homes and they write laws that favor home ownership, investor ownership. So that is something to consider versus the investing in mutual funds or the S&P index funds or whatever. So I'm not saying those are bad, but I'm not necessarily saying they're the best either. And they're unpredictable. You get to be more hands-on in your real estate, a little more predictable for you, and more control. Sometimes I feel like maybe I'm a control freak, so I like the control. Your action steps after today is to brainstorm ways that you can house hack, choose one, and put it into action. And then if you're on YouTube watching this, comment below and let me know what you've committed to doing. I'm responding to every comment, and I look forward to yours. Make sure you do like and subscribe. I know people say, oh, that's so silly to ask that, but I really do want to ask that because I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers so I can go live. That's my first milestone I want to hit on YouTube so that I can go live with you occasionally, not all the time, but occasionally, so we can interact and I can answer your questions live in real time. So that's kind of fun. If you are listening to this via podcast app and you want to leave a comment too, head on over to YouTube as well. I'll include the link below in the show notes. If you are in podcast format listening to this, if you can leave a review, a 5-star review, of course, would be great because it helps the algorithm, tricks the algorithm to get this in front of more people. If you share this on YouTube or via podcast platform, it helps get this information in front of more people. And why not, right? Why not get everybody involved in home ownership and portfolio building, because it's such a fun and amazing place to be. And I want everyone to be there who wants to be there. I'm not trying to force anybody or talk anybody into it, but if you're sitting on the fence and it's something you've always wanted to do and you just need a coach to just kind of push you over, that's why I'm here. If you want to dive deeper with me via anything like my free debt dumping tool, I will link that below. If you want to join my PJ Insider Club, you can do that. That's free. And I will link that as well. And then I have a decision guide, a workbook that I created for you. So I have a lot of free things that I have for you just to get you moving, get you thinking, and get you going in the right direction. All right. Thank you so much for being here. If you've hung in here the whole way, I appreciate that. I appreciate you. I really do. I believe in you. I believe that you can take this next step. And until next time, happy action taking and bye for now.